everyone. When 1 divided by sine of theta minus 1 divided by cosine of theta equals square root of 2, we're going to find the value of sine cubed of theta minus cosine cubed of theta. So the first thing I want to do is this one right here. So we're going to use this formula here, given right here, and expand it. So when you expand sine cubed of theta minus cosine cubed of theta, you're going to get sine of theta minus cosine of theta times sine squared of theta plus sine theta cosine theta plus cosine squared of theta. All right. Now, using your Pythagorean identities here, this sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta equals 1. So this is going to give me sine of theta minus cosine of theta, and then we'll have 1 plus sine of theta cosine of theta. So you might want to write this one down. What I'm going to do from here on out is use this equation and try to get it to look something like this so we can use substitution. So I will write this one down again, but just want you to know what we're looking for. All right, so let's get started. What we're going to do is take our equation 1 divided by sine of theta minus 1 divided by cosine of theta equals square root of 2, and multiply everything through by sine of theta. Let me just put it on this side. Sine of theta cosine of theta. So when you multiply these two, the sine of theta goes away, and we're just going to get cosine of theta. And then when you multiply these two, the cosine is going to cancel out, and you're going to get sine of theta. And this is going to equal square root of 2 times sine of theta times cosine of theta. We're going to call this equation 1. All right. Now, we're going to square both sides of our equation 1. So when we square both sides, this right here is going to be cosine squared of theta minus 2 cosine theta sine theta plus sine squared of theta. And the right-hand side is going to be 2, and then you just square both of those. Sine squared of theta cosine of theta. All right, and so what we're going to do is the same thing we did before. Cosine squared of theta plus sine squared of theta equals 1. So this is going to equal 1 minus 2 cosine of theta sine of theta equals 2 sine squared of theta cosine squared of theta. We can put parentheses here. We're going to call this equation 2. So you might want to write down equation 1 and equation 2. All right, now what we're going to do is go back to what we had before. So we already expanded this. This is sine of theta minus cosine of theta times 1 plus sine of theta cosine of theta. Now our equation 1 was, let's see, what was equation 1? Cosine of theta minus sine of theta equals square root of 2 times sine of theta cosine of theta. Remember that. That was equation 1. This is reversed. So basically, to get this, I'm just going to negate both sides, and then this will give me sine of theta minus cosine of theta is going to equal, I'm going to write it here, this is just going to be negative. So this is going to equal negative square root of 2 sine of theta times cosine of theta. All right, and then we have, we still have this 1 plus sine of theta cosine of theta. All right, we're getting there. Now, by equation 2, equation 2 was, and I'll put it down here, equation 2 was 2 sine of theta cosine of theta, and then we had times sine of theta cosine of theta plus 1, right? And that equals 1. So looking at that, what we want is to rewrite this as, from equation 2, we're going to look at 1 plus, we have this right here, right? And this equals 1. Well, this equals 1. So to solve for this, this is going to be 1 divided by, 2 sine of theta cosine of theta, right? So if I want to just solve for this, I get this. And then I still have this negative 2 sine of theta cosine of theta here. All right, square root of 2, sorry. All right, now what happens is these two will cancel out. So what I'm going to get is negative 2, square root of 2 divided by 2. And that's your final answer. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.